الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله، وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، له الملك وله الحمد، يحيي ويميت وهو على كل شيء قدير. سبحانك ربي سبحانك، الشمس والبدر من أنوار حكمته، والبر والبحر فيض من عطاياه، الحوت مجده، والنمل تحت الصخور الصم قدسه، والنحل يهتف حمدا في خلاياه، والناس يعصونه جهرا فيسترهم، والعبد ينسى وربي لا ينساه. سبحانك ربي سبحانك، كل الطبيب تخطفته يد الردى، يا طبيب من بالمنايا دهاك، بل اسأل الأعمى خطى في الزحام بلا اصطدام من يقود خطاك، واسأل بطون النحل تقاطرت شهدا، وقل للشهد من حلاك، وإذا رأيت اللبن يخرج من بين فرث ودم فسله من الذي صفاك، وإذا رأيت النحل وإذا رأيت العسل يخرج من حنايا نحلة فسله يا عسل من الذي حلاك، وإذا رأيت النخل مشقوق النوى فسله يا نخل من شق نواك، سيجيبك من في الكون الله الله. إلهي أنا لا أضار وفي رحابك عصمتي، أنا لا أخاف وفي رضاك أماني. يا رب يا رب أزف الرحيل إلى ديار الآخرة، فاجعل يا إلهي خير عمري آخرة. وأشهد أن سيدنا وإمامنا وقائدنا وحبيبنا رسول الله محمد خير خلق الله قاطبة، فوالله ما خلق الإله ولا برى بشرا يرى كمحمد بين الورى، بلغ العلا بكماله، كشف الدجى بجماله، عظمت جميع خصاله، صلوا عليه وآله. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك عليك سيدي يا رسول الله. ثم أما بعد، حياكم الله وبياكم وأبقاكم عوامل رفع لهذه الأمة وحياكم، وإذا كان أهلا ومرحبا إكثارها ترف وإسراف، فألف أهلا ومرحبا فيكم ليست بإسراف. أسأله تبارك وتعالى أن يجعل جمعنا هذا جمعا مرحوما، وتفرقنا من بعده تفرقا معصوما، وأن لا يجعل فينا ولا بيننا شقيا ولا محروما، إنه ولي ذلك والقادر عليه. Of course, we praise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we declare His oneness, and we declare our gratitude to Allah. We testify purely that there is no God worthy of our worship except Allah. We testify that Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is the messenger of Allah, the one who came with the final message, the one who came with the guidance, and we bear witness that he fulfilled his mission and he conveyed the message. That's why we are sending our blessings and our salutations to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, to his companions, to the household of Rasulullah, to the followers of Rasulullah Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. My dear respected brothers and sisters, we'll come back to another Jumu'ah and another day. And as I mentioned today, right after Fajr Salah during the Khatira today, I said to the brothers and sisters, that Allah had bestowed the ni'mah upon us, that we have today two Eids, the continuation of Eid al-Adha and the weekly Eid, which is Jumu'ah. So we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala upon this ni'mah, and that is why we glorify Allah. We praise Allah by saying Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. My dear respected brothers and sisters, there is something I just wanted to share with you in these very short moments, because normally the Jumu'ah time or the khutbah time during the Eid time, it is not that long as usual. It is just a quick reminder that we wanted to have so we can get some of the lessons from the Eid. And I think it is the topic that I'm going to share with you. It is inside the heart of each and every one of you. How many of you already knew the story of the sacrifice, the story of the Qurbani, and the dream of the Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, and what happened with his son Ismail alayhi salam? And he got the dream, and the dream of the prophets, it is a command from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The dreams of the prophets are commands from Allah. It needs to be fulfilled. But our dreams are not, because we are not prophets. Simply, we are not messengers from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He got the instruction through the dream that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is putting him in a test, and he is asking, Allah is ordering him to slaughter his own son Ismail. I'm not here to talk about the entire story, but I wanted just to take that portion of the story. How did Ismail responded to the command of his father? And listen to the expression of the Quran. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said about Ismail, فَلَمَّا بَلَغَ مَعَهُ السَّعْيَ, and when he was grown up to the extent that he can walk next to him. So Ismail wasn't a baby. Ismail wasn't infant at that time. Ismail was a boy. Some of the narrations said that he was from 11 to 14 years old. So بلغ معه السعي قال يا بني. When he reached to that age and he can walk next to him, you know the age of 16, 14, 15 for our kids? All of a sudden you see them, mashallah, they became even taller than us, taller than their own parents. And when he reached to that age, قال يا بني, oh my dear little son, إني أرى في المنام أني أذبحك فانظر ماذا ترى. Oh my dear little son, I saw in my dream, and it is instruction from Allah, that I am slaughtering you. So please, let me know what you see. Let me know what can I do. Should I submit to the command? Should I deny? Will you obey me? What did he say? And that is my topic today. Honoring, respecting our parents, obeying our parents. Listen to Ismail, what did he say to his father, Ibrahim? قال يا أبتي, as he called him, my dear little son, now he is calling him, my dear beloved father. قال يا أبتي افعل ما تؤمر. Do what Allah has commanded you to do. ستجدني إن شاء الله من الصابرين. Inshallah, you will find me amongst the patients, amongst those who are accepting the commands of Allah. You raised me as a pious child, and Ismail wasn't a prophet yet. And I wanted you to think about this concept. Ya abati, افعل ما تؤمر. Do whatever Allah had ordered you to do. I will be submissive to you. I will obey you. And that is my message to all of us, especially to our young generations. My dear beloved brothers, my dear beloved young generations, listen to me carefully today, because wallahi, it is my advice. Allah had ordered us to obey Him, to worship Him alone without associating any partners with Him. And right after the command of worshiping Allah, Allah had commanded us to be nice, to be good, to obey our parents. Allah said, وَقَضَى رَبُّكَ أَلَّا تَعْبُدُوا إِلَّا إِيَّاهُ. Your master, your Lord, had decreed that you worship none but Him. وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا. Do good to your parents. Be gentle. Show mercy to them. Be loyal to them. Obey your parents. And especially when they grow up, when they become old. إِمَّا يَبْلُغَنَّ عِنْدَكَ الْكِبَرَ أَحَدُهُمَا أَوْ كِلَاهُمَا فلا تقل لهما أف ولا تنهرهما وقل لهما قولا كريما. When they become old and they stay with you, because when they become old, Allah did not say إما يبلغ الكبر. No, Allah said إما يبلغن عندك. They will be at your place. Lots of people, they tell you, Imam, my parents are living away from me and they are old. Can I send them to a nurse home so they can take care of them? Just think about it. Imam, I wanted to find a lady to look after my parents and I will pay her. I am so generous. They don't want your money. They don't want your position. They don't want to see your car. They want your heart. They want your passionate. They want your mercy. When you was young, you was afraid of your parents that they might punish you. But when you become older, when you grow up, you will start feeling afraid of your parents, that they might die one day. They might get sick one day. And Allah said, فَلَا تَنْهَرْهُمَا. Do not repel them. Do not yell at them. Do not go against them. As long as they didn't order you to disobey Allah, as long as they didn't order you to do something will make Allah angry at you, you must, M-U-S-T, you must obey them. Otherwise, that would be haram. I give the title for the khutbah today. Your gateway to Jannah is your parents. Believe or not, Jannah is running underneath their feet. You will get the pleasure of Allah if they make dua for you. And you will get the anger of Allah if one day happened and they made dua against you. Be careful. Be careful. Our parents, remember your mom, your dad. Your mom carried you. She found hardship. She kept waking up to let you sleep. They fed you. They clothed you. They gave you care. They gave you everything. One day, a man came to the great Khalifa Umar ibn al-Khattab radiallahu anhu. And the man was carrying his mom on his shoulder. His mom was above 90. So he said, "Oh, the companion of Allah, of the Prophet Muhammad, now I carried my mom." He carried her literally, physically. Now I carried my mom. I feed her. I take her to the bathroom. I wash her body. I took her for Hajj. He made tawaf. He made all the rituals of Hajj while he is carrying his mom. Do you think that I fulfilled her right? Do you think that I gave her everything possible to thank her for everything she made? If you was there and you are answering this man, you might say, "Yes, you did a lot. MashaAllah, you did great." But look at Umar ibn al-Khattab. He said, "So what's the problem?" He said, "I carried my mom." He said, "You know what? She did the same when you was young. But the difference is that she did that and she was so happy making dua for Allah to give you barakah in your age, in your health, in your life. And you are making this while you are in your mind when that will end up, when that will finish." Imagine if you are 50, if you are in your 60s, 70s, imagine that you grew up, you became old, weak. You cannot even go to the bathroom by yourself. So what do you expect from your children to do with you? Think about this. Think about when you get old and you cannot even go to the bathroom by yourself. Or you started to get Alzheimer. You started to forget things. And you cannot drive. Or you cannot eat on your own. What do you expect from your children to do with you? And I'm telling our young generation, what are you going to do with your parents today? Your children are going to do the same tomorrow for you. كَمَا تَدِينُ تُدَانُ. Whatever you give, you will take the same. And we have lots of stories about this. One day, and that happened in my city, a man was in the marketplace. So his son started to argue with him. So the son slapped him on his face. So people started to gather. They wanted to attack the son. How can you do that to your father? So the father stopped them. He said, "Do not do anything for them. Do not do anything for him. I did the same for my father. When he was in the bathroom, he couldn't clean himself." Look at how many of the children nowadays here in the United States got affected by this mentality that we need to send our parents to a nurse home so they can take care of them. And astaghfirullah, some of the boys and the girls today, They do not visit their parents except in the holidays like Thanksgiving and all of this. And we started to imitate the non-Muslims, waiting for Mother's Day, Father's Day, thinking that our Islam said that the father has a day, mother has a day, and what about the rest of the year? We are different. Obeying your parents, respecting your parents, showing mercy to your parents, it is part of our worship. It is part of our ibadah. It is not every day, every second. Allah said, make them happy. Do not say even "uff" to your parents. And what is the meaning of "uff"? Do not say any word that they might understand that you go against them. We know the story of the sacrifice, Ibrahim and Ismail. Look at Ismail. How did he behave? And look at the Quran. Allah is teaching us what to do. Allah said, وَاخْفِضْ لَهُمَا جَنَاحَ الذُّلِّ مِنَ الرَّحْمَةِ. Lower the wings of mercy to your mom, to your father. If you are in a position, if you are a doctor, if you are an engineer, sales manager, marketing manager, if you have your own business, your own company, if you are a billionaire, if you are a minister, if you are a prime minister, if you are the president, when you come to your parents, leave that at the door. Leave your ego at the door. Forget who you are. Come to their feet. Come to their feet. Wash their feet. Feed them. Be nice to them. Hug your mom. Give them time. Be nice to them. Wallahi, you will never get to Jannah if you did not make this while they are alive. For every brother who has his mother or his father or both of them still alive, do not waste that chance. And no matter what they did to you, no matter if you disagreed with them, no matter what they made. I know some people complained for some issues related to the culture, related to some contradiction. Believe me, no matter what they made, Allah had ordered you to obey them, no matter what. And believe me, Jannah, if they made dua for you in dunya, you will get all the blessings in dunya, wallahi. And if they made dua for you about the hereafter, you will be in Jannah. Respect, love, care, show mercy. وَقُلْ رَبِّ ارْحَمْهُمَا كَمَا رَبَّيَانِي صَغِيرًا. O Allah, place your mercy upon them as they took care of me when I was young. They brought me up when I was young. This is what we need. Another important message before we move to the salah. I'm giving that message to my brothers and sisters who newly came to Islam. 99% of them, their parents are not Muslims. And they think because I came to Islam, I found guidance before my parents, maybe I am better than them. I say no. And I'm saying this as an Imam, as somebody who read about Islam, took the knowledge of Islam, respect, love, take care, show mercy to your parents, even if they were non-Muslims. Obey them. Of course, if they ordered you for something against Islam, that is something different. But as long as you are in your normal life, not because they are non-Muslims, that might justify to treat them badly or harshly. Be kind to them. Be gentle to them. And I can tell you how many stories that I have found for young men accepted Islam, and because of their behavior, their parents accepted Islam too. And they came to me and they said, we need to know what changed our children like this. We need to know what happened, what that religion that made my child to obey, to show respect to me. I wanted to embrace the same religion. Lead by example. Be a good man in the house. My message to my brothers and sisters who newly came to Islam, be a good ambassador of Islam. May Allah bless us all. May Allah show mercy to our parents. And may Allah forgive their sins. Allahumma ameen. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله العلي العظيم. الحمد لله وكفى وصلاة وسلاما على النبي المصطفى صلى الله عليه وسلم. My brothers and sisters, one question had remained. Imam, my parents had passed away, and I have no one of them with me right now. What can I do? The same question was given to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. A man came and said, Ya Rasulullah, هل بقي من بر أبوي شيء أبرهما به بعد موتهما? Is there anything remain to honor my parents after their death? He said yes. So the message here, do not think because they passed away that honoring your parents would stop. And let me, inshallah, you will forgive me for this. Let me just whisper to your ears, to our elders, our respected fathers. Can you tell me, when was the last time that you remembered your parents in your du'as? Especially if they passed away a long time ago, like 30 years, 25 years, 40 years. You know what? They need you now more than when they are still alive. They do not want anything from you except hasanat, good deeds. And I don't want to go more deeper about the discussions with the scholars about if there any other dua from any other person can benefit them better than their own child. Lots of the scholars said no one could benefit them better than you. Your own dua, because of the hadith of Rasulullah, when a person dies, all his actions will come to an end, except for three things: continuous charity, knowledge people can benefit from, and a pious child, righteous child, will make a dua for him. Your father, maybe, you do not know. Maybe he did something wrong. He needs now, right now, more hasanat. He needs maybe one hasanah to take him from a bad place to Jannah, or even from a lower position in Jannah to a higher one. You know, when you make a dua to your parents, when you give sadaqah in the boxes of the masjid on behalf of your parents with your intention, oh Allah, you know, I'm giving this sadaqah on behalf of my parents. This is my gift on the day of Jumu'ah to my parents. You know, that sadaqah will be in a form of a lamp, light. It will enlight their graves, and they will move from a position to another. Then they will ask Allah, oh Allah, how can we get that position? Allah would say, that is because of the dua of your son or your daughter so and so. Allah will inform them immediately. Think about this. Now you send a message. If I told you, if I gave you a phone, I told you, you know what? This phone, now you can text your father while he is in the graveyard. How much can you pay to get that phone? Just to text your father in the hereafter. Just think about this. Making dua for your parents. Make it a routine every day. Part of your salah. Visit the family members that they used to love to visit. Keep the ties of the families, the kinship together. Visit the graveyard. Make dua for them. Take the lessons. Try to make sadaqah on their behalf. This is what we need to do for our parents. وَقُلْ رَبِّ ارْحَمْهُمَا كَمَا رَبَّيَانِي صَغِيرًا. May Allah bless us all. Allahumma ameen. My brothers and sisters, pay attention to what I'm going to say right now. We talked about Ibrahim was a father. Ismail was a son. My message to all the parents, if you wanted your son to act like Ismail, you need to behave as Ibrahim. You need to be a true father. You need to be a real mother as Ibrahim. And that will be the next Jumu'ah topic, inshallah. If my son is obligated to obey me, what are the rights of my children that I must give to them? How can you behave like Ibrahim to find your son like Ismail? May Allah bless us all. May Allah protect our family members. May Allah protect our children. May Allah bless our family members, Ya Rabbal Alameen. May Allah accept our qurbans, our sacrifice. May Allah bless us all. May Allah shower our parents with His mercy. Allahumma ameen. May Allah enlighten their graves. May Allah enlighten their graves with the Quran. And may Allah let them all enter Jannah al-Firdaus. May Allah bless our gathering. And may Allah increase the love amongst the community members. Allahumma ameen. Allahumma اغفر لنا ذنوبنا وإسرافنا في أمرنا وثبت أقدامنا وانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. اللهم توفنا مسلمين والحقنا بالصالحين واحشرنا يا ربنا في زمرة خير المرسلين وأقم الصلاة إن الصلاة كانت على المؤمنين كتابا موقوتا. Inshallah, just wanted to remind you of giving sadaqah in the boxes of the masjid for the needy families, inshallah. Please do not forget your masjid. Wa aqim as-salat.